In this video, I'm going to make a very simple milk stool. 4 planks, 6 cuts and 8 screws, plus a ton of old spray cans. Let's run the intro VT. So I start this project at the miter saw, and I'm cutting 30-degree angles into 3 separate planks on each end. These are scaffolding planks, and these are leftovers, which is why this one is painted, from the Rustic shelves that I built recently. You'll see the full video of that on my channel. Now, I've not cut at 30 degrees before. It's really quite surreal. And you'll see I'm kind of looking underneath every now and again to see if I really am cutting properly. Panic normally sets in when I do things that I've not done for the first time. But I shouldn't worry. These are offcuts. And as always, if you make a mistake, you can just put them in the scrap bin, turn them into firewood, get a new plank, go again. Okay, this is my attempt at an arty-farty setup of what the bench will look like. You can see I'm using an offcut from the Rustic shelf that's painted, and then 3 other planks, and marking at the middle and marking out where the screws are going to go, ready for the next bit. In between, have you subscribed, have you liked, have you changed the bell notification to receive my videos as soon as you possibly can. Alright, back to normal video now. Oh wow, wow. Look at those shoes. And the bucket, and the pencil. What is it, Green Day? And you forgot with the pink shirt? Right, we've got an offcut. We're using it as a measurement, making sure uniformity of where the screw holes are going to be. And we drill 4 holes in the top board. Not really that important, because later in this video you'll see I use the old sawdust and glue, mix it up, slap it on, sand it off, jiggery pokery to tidy it all up. So all the screws going in, they're all countersunk, they're all pre-drilled, you know the drill. You could add dowels to hide it over, you could chisel out the edges, lift up the sides, screw it in, put some glue, re-glue the sides, but despite what Bailey thinks, and if you watch him, he's QC here, it's not that important. This, at the end of the day, is a milk stool for a 5-year-old kid to sit on, not a Swiss watch. Alright, sanding. Now, at this point, I would like to tell you this is just taking off some edges, but no, this is 40 grit, 80 grit, 120 grit, and then I realise those screw holes need covering in, and I'll add some sawdust and glue, and then I'll resand. However, I'm kind to you, I'm not going to show you the resanding, so this is the sanding bit of the video. Okay, so here we go then. Sawdust that comes out of the sander, tomato ketchup, which is obviously Gorilla Glue. Mix it all up using a... Jesus, it's another green spatula. Why is it with Green Day? Mix it all up. Junkie Monkey in the background watching for a biscuit. And then stick it in. Use your finger to wipe it on. Obviously leave it proud so you can sand it off at the end. That should do. That really ought to do. Alright, back to an overhead view, and this is just spray painting. These are cans of spray paints from street art that I've got left over. Mixture of black, silver, I've got a red, I've got a really nice fluorescent green. Gee, it's green. What is it with you and green? But this is fun. This is quite fun. I quite enjoyed this, especially the red here. These big dollops. It's quite hard to do. You've got to kind of half depress the squeezy down button to get it to dribble out, so you get that effect. I haven't perfected it, but then I haven't perfected anything in woodworking. Oh, here you go, a couple of shameless plugs for a couple of recent videos I've put on the channel. Go and have a look at those. And back to this project. Clear varnish here. There's a good chance that my mum, who's probably going to have this for her grandson, will keep this outdoors, or at least leave it outdoors, and in the great British weather it is going to get wet. So 2 coats of varnish, denib it in between. Listen to me, denib, I sound so professional, don't I? And we are pretty much nearly done. Now you could stain this, you could varnish it and just leave it with a natural colour. I've chosen to put some wacky spray on it because it's for a 5-year-old kid. Make it a little bit jazzy. But it's a good way of using up offcuts or scaffolding posts. This is me waterproofing it, just testing it, just pour a little bit of water on it, run your fingers over it, check it's alright. And it seems to come off right. Bailey normally does my quality control, so I've got to do this myself. And here we are with the beauty shop. It's ready to ship down south, which is only 20 miles down the road. And I'm sure my nephew will love it. Thank you very much for watching.
Lovely. Hope you've enjoyed. See you again.